Hey guys, what's going on? Now, you probably already noticed by now by the background of the video that we are playing Final Fantasy XIII Part 2. Now, if I remember correctly, this game is set about around 3 years after the first Final Fantasy XIII game, and a lot of people didn't like that game, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's a great game, because it was good in its own right, but we all know it wasn't the best. They could have done better. And this game is probably the exact opposite of that game in some ways. So it's a little bit better, but then again it's not the best. I think it's the only Final Fantasy game that actually lets you use monsters in your party. That's like I think that's taken for like Dragon Quest. I'm not entirely sure. But before we go any further, there is something I would like to mention. My audio will be a little bit weird for a while. I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't know if it's my computer or my headset. It seems like my headset is picking up different noises and making them louder, or it could be my computer's just like fucking up altogether, so my audio will sound like complete shit. I will say my fan is on the back. Well, let me say that right. My fan is on in the background. So if you hear a low buzzing noise, that would be the fan. It is seriously hot, so I really can't do anything about that. But until then, until I get my audio fixed, it's going to be complete shit. But I figured it would be best to just put out videos anyway and kind of hint or mention that, instead of just like going cold until I get what a lot of people tell me to get. Oh, get a new mic, or do this or do that. They're all helpful, but it's not something that I can do like immediately. It's going to take time to like get everything fixed. So I'll probably just mention that like every time I start a new recording session, that if my audio, because I do test before I start recording, so if my audio sounds like shit before that, and we actually go into a cutscene because we sat at the main menu for too long, but if my audio sounds like shit, I'll hint at it at the beginning of the session, that kind of stuff. But we're actually going to start a new game today, and the reason for that is I wanted to, let's see, I got it back the other day. I rebought the game because I wanted to play it. And I was going to do the new game where you kind of manipulate the stats in some way, not through like a hack or whatever. A lot of people that play the game will probably know what I'm saying. It's, if you just do things randomly, you level up the grid randomly, your stats won't be as high as they will if you do it in a certain way. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll be doing it in a certain way, and this is probably a really short Final Fantasy game, so it won't be, hopefully not too many episodes. But yeah, we're going to do that. We're actually going to play a normal mode, because easy mode is not for Final Fantasy. Let's say I actually have 13 saved. Yeah, we're going to make a new one. And as people know, the guys at Square Enix like to put a lot of music in Final Fantasy games, so if there is some music that I think that could possibly lead to a copyright strike, I'm going to do my best not to cut it out of the video, but I will do something along the lines like muting the audio altogether. I'll see how that works, and I'll go from there. That's pretty much all I can say about that, because I don't know. I'm going to try not to cut out as many things as possible. I want to leave everything in here that I can. But if it comes down to the fact that I have to cut something out, I will.
That time was lost, yet time continued onward.
And we start with cutscenes. This is great. Like I said, this is set, I think, somewhere around 3 years after the events of Final Fantasy XIII. Lightning has gone missing. I think Snow left to go try and find her.
Divine Etro, go peacefully to your
and
rest.
all that. So yeah,
I will stand guard over your legacy.
It's a really good game. If you kind of enjoy it, but a lot of people are going to hate on it anyway, because a lot of people think it won't make sense. And basically what you're doing is,
this endless
I'll explain what you do later, and I'll let people enjoy the
cutscenes. Life and
cutscenes.
death lose all meaning under the rolling waves of chaos.
And Lightning is actually in Valhalla right now.
The currents of time do not
where
touch
the
its shores.
goddess of Etro resides.
this world of lost
I've actually
moments,
bought a few DLCs for this
I
game, so we'll
begin
kind of
my
see how
life
that plays
anew.
out. Although a lot of them I won't be able to do until later parts of the game. And there we have our villain, Caius. Has a monster of a sword.
This eternity, it was never your desire. Is that not so?
And if you don't know, Yule is actually, she sees her death, and it can't be avoided. She is going to die anyway. So she kind of like patiently waits until the day that it happens, but I forget what her point, or what she was supposed to be. Forgot about that.
Warrior goddess. Now we cross swords! Lose yourself in battle and rejoice! Embrace the terror.
I don't know if you noticed, those were Eidolons as well.
Husk
Which
of the
says
wandering
the fact that
comet.
Caius is very powerful. I forgot how good this first cutscene was.
Impressive.
Save it.
I actually think we go into a fight
Damn you.
somewhere in the first cutscene,
Enough.
kind of like a tutorial.
Let's end this.
Glow.
Cast your shadow over all. Wings of night!
I think this is where we start the game, hopefully, because we're getting a autosave thing in the top corner. I think this, is this the first? Oh no, maybe somebody else correct. I think this might be the first Final Fantasy that actually has an autosave feature. Yeah, so we get a tutorial here. And I think the first time I did this, I actually almost lost the tutorial. I don't know, I might be wrong about that, but I don't know, we'll see. And I'm actually going to go through the tutorial, just because it's really kind of easy to do that. And a lot of this game will be just auto battle. Oh, it was pretty much the same with 13 as well. The whole game was pretty much auto battle, which isn't a bad thing because the auto battle kind of does it automatically selects the best options for you. Yeah, we got other options. And that's what our battle is meant for, is just to choose the best option for you at the moment. But there were some times where you actually had, it would be better if you used the ability. I think this is all we do, is kind of chip away at itself.
Not kidding around, huh?
And this is, I want to say this is the first, actually I think it is the first Final Fantasy that has like the action time sequence stuff in a battle. And we'll actually see that later on. I think the first one is when we fight Atlas. Or at least I think it's Atlas that we fight. Oh no, we'll get to that point whenever we get there. And again, I'd like to mention again, if you have forgotten, I'm sorry if my audio does sound like shit. I can't do anything about that other than kind of like hope it stops. At least until I find out what I need to do. And we're actually, this version of Chaos Bahamut is much, much weaker than the one that we fight at the end of the game. And just like any guy don't really know, Chaos Bahamut actually has two forms.
Come on then.
Oh, here's our first cinematic action right here. I didn't think we'd get one that early.
What's he up to?
Oh, cool. And she saved.
Right.
Let's not waste time.
This kind of reminds me of a character from Soul Calibur does. Was it Nightmare? That had a sword like that? Well, it's been a while since I played Soul Calibur. But I know that Kaius kind of resembles him in a way.
The goddess made a wise choice. Powers of chaos bend to my will. Keeping up?
I think this is one of the longest starting cutscenes I've ever seen though.
So you want to destroy everything?
Oblivion is the fate of all things.
Oh, that was a choice. Alright. Cool.
Now it's my turn. Pathetic!
Oh, these cinematic actions get cool. I like this addition to the game. Gives you something to do during cutscenes. Other than sit there and watch. Or at least it gives me something to do.
Let's end this. You're done!
Not today!
Alright, this is getting real good.
I must thank you. In these final moments, I have met my finest moment.
You're finished, Caius!
I think this hurts Legion of one attack. I don't think this is Army of one. But you also see that in one of the DLCs that she has, like Caius, like to get the secret ending of this game, you gotta beat that DLC. And she actually has a new move, kind of like a variation of Army of One, it's called Legion of One, I think. And it's like, it's meant to do a lot of damage, not raise the chain gauge and that kind of stuff. It actually heals you. I think that was it. I don't think she's using Army of One at this point.
Etro's Gate.
I guess to give a little background on Caius. Caius comes from a time in the future where
The one from the vision.
he's one of 3 people still left alive.
I know your name.
At least 3 known people. There's like other stuff,
No
or other
Christ.
people that actually alive during that time that nobody has seen. There's actually hinted at many times in the game. But he's from that town. Noel as well, who we just saw there. And Yule, who we saw, I guess you'd say, like, I don't know what to call it when they drop them in the water when they're dead. I can't think of a word for that. Or do I even know what it's called at all? But Yule was from that town as well. She dies. I think it's just, she dies, Caius dies. Caius is her protector.
What in the...
Noel takes her place, or his place, when Caius dies.
I'm here.
And then I think it's like left to Noel to be the only one that's left alive at that point.
Valhalla. You prayed for a miracle,
And
that brought you
Caius
here.
comes
Or
back
am
to
I
try
wrong?
and change the future.
How did you know?
From Valhalla,
And all that.
I can
And
see everything.
we see that I don't think the future, if
Who are
Caius were to change the future, I think it would actually stay
Lightning.
the same. But we try and stop Caius from changing the future, and at least see the future does change. It's a little bit weird.
Time for a
And-
real fight.
I guess the easiest way to put it, the only way to understand it completely is kind of like have an understanding of what time travel actually is and what it could possibly be. That's not to say that somebody that doesn't know anything about time travel cannot figure it out.
Look out! Here it comes! What now?
Knock the shit out of us.
Gonna get worse.
Oh really? Is that so? I'm serious, it's like, this whole first part is nothing but cutscenes and then battles in between the cutscenes that lead to more cutscenes. And it's not, I actually quite enjoy it, to be honest. Although I was one of the people that kind of enjoyed the first Final Fantasy XIII, and I enjoyed this game as well. So I guess my opinion doesn't really count. Maybe I'm playing the game now, so I guess it can count. Oh, how much? Oh, we can't check to see how much health we have either. That's something. Oh well. I don't even know if he has like... Oh, he won that. There's actually a time limit that we... What? There's like a 15-minute time limit that had it to where... Well, kind of give an explanation of the time limit. There's a target time that you have to get in all the battles. And if you pass that target time, or if you get, you know, within certain range of that target time, you actually won't be able to achieve a high amount of stars. Which, more stars, you get 5 stars, you get like a bonus drop rate of everything. And 13, if you got no stars, you actually
This is not your battle.
got
There's something
more,
else I need you to do.
a bigger chance to get shrouds,
What?
which
Bring
could
my sister
improve,
to me.
enhance your ability before
name
the
is
battles where
Sarah.
you had like buffs and
Okay.
all that kind of stuff.
You'll need to use the portal. Your time-gazing friend should have told you how it works.
That's a gate? But why me?
Because you're the only one who can.
She hinted at the time at the,
You
I think it's
crossed
like
the void and made it to Valhalla.
his
You
little
can
friend.
find
She's
Sarah.
talking about the Moogle,
And together
which
you can change the
actually
future.
since like
Wait.
Final Fantasy VI is the first time I think you actually have a
can change the
Moogle that
future.
actually helps you out.
Yes.
I could be wrong though.
A good luck charm. Give him to Sarah.
And the Moogle is actually Sarah's
Right.
weapon as well,
You got it.
which
track her
can
down.
change between a sword and a bow. Which is really
What's
good.
happening?
I think it's the first time.
Enjoying your little
Well,
task.
this game has a lot of firsts for the Final Fantasy series. And it's kind of nice to see them
Caius?
going in a different direction, see what they have in store and what they can actually do. Because the game has been the same for so many years.
Get to the gate. I'm counting on you.
Okay.
I'm just glad to see what they actually have, what kind of ideas they have and how they implement.
Go! Not this again. Odin!
And I haven't quite mentioned
Do
this
it!
yet. This series will not be replacing Final Fantasy VII in any way, shape, or form. I will be doing that. I'm just gonna get some motivation to play the game.
Sarah!
Lightning. Gotta go.
My hopes go with you, Noel Kreis. Become an arrow through time, and speed your way to Sarah. Be there for her, because I no longer can.
And there we go. That is the beginning of Final Fantasy XIII 2. A whole almost 25 minutes of cutscene and tutorial battles. And without further ado, I think now we can start the game. I hope we can. Oh, it's been about like a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years really,
Time flows without pause.
since I played this game, or at least started
In
from
a
the
world
start.
where I no longer exist, the future is about to change.
I actually think at this point, Snow and Sarah are both married. I'm not entirely sure though. I can't remember it actually saying anything about that, except for at the end of 13.
The truth still survives, but only you remember it.
Lightning. She was fighting. I guess it was just a dream.
If only you knew, Sarah, it wasn't just a dream.
Such a strange dream. What? What was that? Where did these clothes come from?
That's actually weird, because I think that's the first time I noticed that too. I don't think I ever realized that her clothes actually changed right there at the very beginning
What's
of the game.
happening out there?
Alright, maybe we should go check it out. Let's see. Nope. Camera controls are great. They're just regular camera controls. I don't need to invert them or anything. I don't get that either. Why? I never liked the inverted camera controls. It confuses me way too much. I don't know. I don't think there's anything in here. A live sugar. Oh, I forgot about this. Dreams of strange worlds, clothes appearing from nowhere. What's going on? I'll go with the message from Lightning, because that seems like the logical thing.
Lightning is gone. But
There
then,
no...
what was that dream I just had?
Yeah, remember you can
Message from the other side?
jump in this.